Hello, Chris from My Stamp Lady. I'm so glad you're here to stamp with me today. Today I'm going to be combining these stamped images from the Christmas Pine set and the die cut images from the Pretty Pines. And I'm also going to be using this Tags and Labels framelit set. So to start off with my focal image, the first thing I'm going to do is I am using this two-step stamping, which means that one of these images is going to be darker and one is going to be lighter to give you some depth and some difference. So I am stamping the one that has a little more surface area in the lighter color, so that's Wild Wasabi, and I will ink that up and stamp that, and I'm just going to stamp that right up like that. I've inked this image again, and let's stamp that going down from the other side. I'm going to be doing my pine images off to the left side. So that's my lighter color. With Garden Green, I'm taking the second one, or the second image that coordinates here, just align that up along the first image stamp. And you can see that adds just a little contrast, adds a little depth to that. So let's do the other side with the Garden Green again. So the next step is to take the pine die cut using the precision plate, because this is such fine detail that it does help when you run it through the Big Shot to have this precision plate. I have my multi-purpose platform, my precision plate, and an acrylic pad. I will often run that through twice just to make sure that it's all been cut really nicely. This is popping off of here very nicely. If it doesn't, I would pull in the die brush to do that. I wanted one additional one of those, and I've already die cut that one. I also want two of the bows, so I'm going to cut two of the bows with cherry cobbler, and I'm doing that on just the regular magnetic platform. And I'll pop those out. I am using the die brush to get that out of there. Okay, so now I'm going to put these parts together with mini glue dots. I'm going to tear off just a couple of those little segments of that pine boughs just because it's a little bit longer than I want it. I'm going to place that just right in there. And I like how this gives me just even a little more dimension. It pops off, so I have the two-step stamping, the two colors, and then I'm adding in the actual die cut boughs. Okay, I've already cut a couple of the Wild Wasabi pieces, and I will put those down too, just along the side. And how the stamping gives it a little more depth without adding a lot of bulk with the die cutting. So it's a good combination of the two. And I'm placing that down there. Then I cut out two of the bow pieces, and I'm just going to layer those. I'm going to take my scissors and kind of just push that. There we go. We'll just push that in like that. And layer. The reason I did that is so that my mini glue dot doesn't overhang the sides. So it just tucks that underneath. And then I don't need to have that getting stuck to stuff. Okay. Let's put that down there. So this is how I have some of that whole spray on the side there. So the next step is to add my sentiment. So with that, I have a Whisper White piece and a cherry cobbler, and it says, "May the simple joys of the season be yours." And I'll just stamp that on Whisper White. And so I have two of the labels dies that fit together. This one is going to cut out this piece. This is the next larger size, and I'm going to use that to cut out the gold mat. So let's place this here, and at the same time I can cut out the gold mat. Okay, with these two pieces I will just layer those. And well, it's time to put the card together. I have a little cardstock mat. I have all the dimensions of the cardstock that I'm using on my blog. There's printable PDF for you to download at mystamplady.com. And then to finish this up, I am going to add a few just gold sequins, one on the bow here. So I'm using the fine tip glue pen to just put those down. Okay, there you go. There's a fun way to combine your images that you've stamped with the die cuts and add some depth to your card. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me, Chris, at mystamplady.com. All of the supplies can be found in my online store at shopwithmystamplady.com. Thanks a lot for stamping with me today.